In the heart of the dense, untouched forest lay a secluded hunting cabin, a haven for those seeking solace in the wild. Jake Thornton, an experienced hunter, decided to embark on a solo expedition deep into the woods. The promise of a legendary buck rumored to roam the area fueled his excitement. As he navigated through the dense foliage, the woods seemed to come alive with an eerie presence. The wind whispered through the trees, carrying with it an unexplainable sense of foreboding. Undeterred, Jake pressed on, his instincts heightened by the thrill of the hunt. As night fell, Jake set up camp near an ancient oak tree. The air grew colder, and an unnatural stillness settled over the forest. An unsettling feeling crawled up his spine as he heard distant whispers that seemed to echo through the shadows. Unable to shake off the unease, Jake dismissed it as the product of an overactive imagination. Little did he know that the woods held secrets that defied rational explanation. A silent stalker observing his every move. In the pre-dawn light, Jake set out on the trail of the elusive buck. The forest was cloaked in mist, and a sense of isolation weighed on him. Deep within the thicket, he spotted a pair of haunting eyes observing him from the shadows. The eyes seemed to glow with an otherworldly intensity, and an unsettling feeling crept over Jake. He raised his rifle, but the eyes vanished before he could take aim. Uneasy, he brushed it off as a trick of the light, determined to focus on the hunt. The forest became a labyrinth of twisted paths as Jake followed the buck's elusive trail. Unseen eyes seemed to track his every step, and the whispers in the wind grew louder, forming indistinct voices that spoke of ancient curses and forgotten tales. As he closed in on his prey, Jake sensed a shift in the atmosphere. The woods seemed to conspire against him, the once familiar paths leading him deeper into the heart of the wilderness. He realized he was no longer the hunter but the hunted. In his pursuit of the legendary buck, Jake stumbled upon an ancient clearing bathed in an eerie glow. Strange symbols adorned the trees, and an overwhelming sense of malevolence hung in the air. The whispers escalated into anguished cries, echoing the tormented souls of the forest. A dark realization dawned on Jake. The legendary buck was no ordinary prey. It was a guardian, protecting the sacred grounds from intruders. The forest itself was a living entity, and Jake had unwittingly trespassed into its ritual grounds. As Jake attempted to retreat, the forest came alive with ethereal figures that emerged from the shadows. Ghostly apparitions danced around the ritual grounds, their movements synchronized with the haunting cries that reverberated through the trees. In a trance-like state, Jake witnessed the spirits enacting an ancient ritual, their spectral forms intertwining with the very essence of the forest. He understood that he had become a pawn in a supernatural game, and the consequences of his intrusion were far graver than he could comprehend. As the ritual reached its climax, the ghostly figures turned their attention to Jake. Their eyes, mirrors of the haunting ones he had seen earlier, bore into his soul. The forest, enraged by his intrusion, sought retribution for the disturbance of its sacred grounds. In a nightmarish sequence, the apparitions closed in, their ethereal hands reaching for him. Jake, paralyzed with fear, felt a force beyond his comprehension pulling him into the otherworldly dance. The haunting cries crescendoed, blending with his own desperate pleas. In an instant, the forest swallowed Jake whole. The ritual grounds vanished, and he found himself in a nightmarish realm where shadows danced and whispers became agonized screams. The once familiar trees now twisted into grotesque shapes, and the very air seemed to pulse with malevolence. Haunted by the ghostly figures, Jake wandered through the abyss, his mind unraveling with each passing moment. The line between reality and nightmare blurred as he descended into the darkest recesses of the forest's supernatural domain. In the abyssal realm, Jake was tormented by visions and apparitions that defied the laws of nature. The ghostly figures circled him, their eyes gleaming with an otherworldly hunger. He could hear their whispers intertwining with the dissonant cries of the tortured souls that echoed through the darkness. As he stumbled through the surreal landscape, Jake felt a profound isolation. The malevolent force that lurked within the abyss seemed to feed on his fear, distorting reality and plunging him into a nightmare from which there was no escape. Amidst the shifting shadows, a spectral guardian emerged, a towering entity with antlers that reached towards the twisted sky. Its eyes, a reflection of the haunting gaze Jake had encountered earlier, held a silent judgment. It was the ancient force that protected the forest's sanctity. The guardian spoke without words, conveying a sense of cosmic authority. Jake understood that his trespass had disrupted the delicate balance of the supernatural forces within the woods. The guardian's gaze bore into his soul, awaiting judgment. In an attempt to plead for mercy, Jake offered a desperate bargain to the spectral guardian. He pledged to leave the sacred grounds, never to return, and to carry the weight of the otherworldly knowledge he had gained back into the realm of the living. The guardian's eyes flickered, as if considering the sincerity of Jake's plea. The forest around them seemed to hold its breath, awaiting the resolution of this otherworldly contract between the mortal and the supernatural. The guardian, after what felt like an eternity, nodded in silent agreement. In an instant, the abyssal realm shifted, and Jake found himself standing once again in the clearing where the ritual had taken place. The forest, no longer twisted into nightmarish forms, seemed to have regained its natural state. Dazed and disoriented, Jake stumbled out of the woods. The spectral guardian's eyes lingered in his mind, a constant reminder of the otherworldly forces that dwelled within the heart of the wilderness. Back in the mortal realm, Jake struggled to make sense of the haunting echoes that lingered in his mind. The whispers, the ghostly figures, and the spectral guardian's gaze haunted his every waking moment. He became an unwilling vessel for the supernatural knowledge bestowed upon him. Haunted by the ordeal, Jake withdrew from the world, tormented by the memories of the abyssal realm. The forest, once a place of solace, had become a haunting reminder of the thin veil between the natural and the supernatural. As the seasons changed, the forest retained the echoes of the supernatural encounter. Locals spoke in hushed tones about the haunting whispers that lingered in the woods. The legend of Jake Thornton's otherworldly journey became woven into the fabric of the small town, a cautionary tale for those who dared to tread too deep into the wilderness. The hunting cabin, once a refuge for those seeking solace in nature, stood as a silent witness to the thin line between the tangible and the ethereal. The legend of the spectral guardian and the haunting echoes of the abyssal realm became an inseparable part of the forest's legacy. In the quiet moments of the night, the forest whispered its secrets to those who dared to listen. The haunting echoes of the abyssal realm carried on the wind, a spectral reminder of the supernatural forces that lurked within the heart of the wilderness. The legend of Jake Thornton and the spectral guardian became etched into the folklore of the small town. The forest, with its ancient rituals and unseen guardians, continued to be a realm where the natural and the supernatural coexisted, forever bound by the endless whispers that echoed through the shadows. Years passed, but the haunting echoes of Jake Thornton's supernatural encounter refused to fade. The small town that bordered the forest carried the weight of its eerie legacy. Locals avoided the depths of the woods, fearing the spectral guardian and the unseen forces that lurked within. The hunting cabin, once a hub of camaraderie and shared stories, now stood in solemn silence. Its walls seemed to absorb the unbroken silence of the forest, as if holding onto the secrets that had unfolded within its proximity. Intrigued by the town's eerie reputation, paranormal investigator Amelia Harper arrived, drawn by the tales of the haunted forest and the spectral guardian. Armed with an array of supernatural detecting equipment, Amelia sought to unravel the mysteries that clung to the woods. As she delved into the history of the small town, Amelia uncovered the legend of Jake Thornton and the spectral guardian. Determined to document the supernatural forces at play, she set her sights on the haunted cabin and the heart of the forest. As Amelia ventured deeper into the woods, the forest seemed to come alive with the resurfacing whispers that had haunted Jake Thornton. Unseen eyes observed her every move, and the atmosphere grew increasingly charged with an otherworldly energy. Amelia's equipment registered anomalous readings, capturing glimpses of spectral figures that flickered in and out of existence. Undeterred, she pressed on, driven by a relentless curiosity to uncover the truth that lay hidden within the shadows. Amelia reached the ancient clearing where the spectral guardian had judged Jake Thornton. The air grew thick with anticipation as the haunting eyes of the guardian appeared, fixating on the intruder who dared to trespass on sacred ground once again. The guardian's silent warning echoed through Amelia's mind, a telepathic communication that conveyed the ancient force's displeasure. But the investigator, fueled by determination, pressed on, her quest for answers overriding the instinctual fear that gripped her. As Amelia delved deeper into her investigation, she uncovered the origins of the spectral guardian and the supernatural forces that permeated the forest. The ancient rituals, the curses, and the thin veil between dimensions revealed a tapestry of the extraordinary. The haunting echoes that had plagued Jake Thornton were laid bare, each whisper unraveling a fragment of the forest's enigmatic history. Amelia realized that the spectral guardian was not a malevolent force, but a guardian of the delicate balance between the natural and the supernatural. In a moment of revelation, the spectral guardian communicated with Amelia, sharing the untold stories of the forest and its role as a nexus of supernatural energies. It spoke of the importance of preserving the delicate equilibrium and the consequences that befell those who sought to disturb it. Amelia, humbled by the guardian's wisdom, understood the significance of her findings. The forest, with its haunting echoes and spectral guardians, was a realm that defied conventional understanding, a place where the natural and the supernatural coexisted in a delicate dance. As Amelia concluded her investigation, she made a solemn pledge to respect the sanctity of the forest and its spectral guardian. The haunting echoes would remain, a testament to the mysterious forces that dwelled within the heart of the wilderness. The investigator left the small town, carrying with her the knowledge of the supernatural forces that lingered within the woods. The legend of Jake Thornton, the spectral guardian, and the haunting echoes would endure, etching the forest's enigmatic legacy into the fabric of the town's folklore. The forest, unchanged by the passage of time, continued to whisper its secrets to those who ventured into its depths. The haunting echoes of the abyssal realm and the spectral guardian's judgment persisted, an eternal reminder of the supernatural forces that defied explanation. The small town, burdened by the weight of its eerie legacy, learned to coexist with the mysteries that dwelled within the heart of the woods. The legend of the spectral guardian and the unbroken silence of the forest became an inseparable part of the town's identity, forever bound by the eternal whispers that echoed through the shadows. Despite the solemn vows made by those who encountered the forest's mysteries, an unsettling presence began to stir within the woods. The guardian, once a silent observer, sensed a disturbance in the delicate balance that had been upheld for centuries. The ancient rituals, disturbed by the footsteps of curious intruders, began to resonate with a dark energy. The whispers that once spoke of forgotten tales turned into ominous warnings, foretelling a looming darkness that threatened to awaken from its slumber. As the town settled into an uneasy peace, the nights grew longer, and a cursed moon cast an eerie glow over the forest. The spectral guardian, attuned to the celestial shifts, felt the encroaching darkness intensify. Unseen forces began to gather in the shadows, drawn to the town by an irresistible malevolence. The haunting echoes that had become a part of the folklore now carried a sense of urgency, as if the supernatural forces within the forest were preparing for a battle against an unseen adversary. The townspeople, unaware of the impending threat, found themselves haunted by nightmares that blurred the line between reality and the supernatural. Sleepless nights became the norm as whispers echoed through their minds, conveying a sense of impending doom. Amelia Harper, the paranormal investigator who had once delved into the secrets of the forest, received a cryptic message in her dreams. The guardian, reaching out across dimensions, warned her of the awakening darkness and the need to confront the malevolent forces that sought to breach the veil. Amelia, compelled by a sense of responsibility, returned to the small town. The spectral guardian, once a stoic protector, revealed the existence of an ancient force that sought to exploit the supernatural energies within the forest for its own nefarious purposes. An unholy alliance between the malevolent force and the curses embedded in the ancient rituals threatened to tip the balance in favor of darkness. The guardian implored Amelia to unite with those who once dared to tread into this supernatural realm and stand against the impending threat. As night fell, a group of individuals, each touched by the haunting echoes of the forest, converged on the small town. Jake Thornton, forever marked by the spectral guardian's judgment, joined forces with others who had encountered the supernatural forces within the woods. The group, guided by Amelia and the spectral guardian's wisdom, prepared for the impending storm. The cursed moon hung low in the sky, casting an ominous pallor over the forest as the malevolent forces gathered, ready to breach the veil that separated the natural from the supernatural. In the heart of the woods, the final confrontation unfolded. The group faced an onslaught of malevolent entities that emerged from the shadows, drawn by the curses embedded in the ancient rituals. The haunting echoes intensified, creating a cacophony of spectral voices that reverberated through the trees. Amelia, armed with the knowledge gained from her previous encounter, led the group in a battle against the malevolent forces. The guardian, its eyes ablaze with determination, stood alongside the defenders, ready to protect the forest's sanctity. The battle raged on, and the forest became a battleground between the defenders and the malevolent forces. The cursed moon reached its zenith, casting an unholy glow over the supernatural skirmish. Despite the overwhelming darkness, the defenders held their ground. The guardian, its antlers aglow with an ethereal light, channeled the ancient energies embedded within the forest. The haunting echoes, once a source of fear, now resonated with a power that defied the malevolent forces. In a climactic moment, the guardian unleashed a surge of supernatural energy that shattered the malevolent forces. The curses embedded in the ancient rituals were dispelled, and the forest's sanctity was restored. The cursed moon faded from the sky, and a serene calm settled over the woods. The haunting echoes transformed into a chorus of gratitude, as if the forest itself expressed appreciation for the defenders who had stood against the encroaching darkness. With the malevolent forces banished and the supernatural energies at rest, the small town and its forest reclaimed a semblance of tranquility. The spectral guardian, its eyes now filled with a sense of gratitude, returned to its stoic vigil, ensuring the delicate balance endured. The defenders, marked by their encounters with the supernatural, carried the legacy of the haunting echoes with them. The small town became a testament to the resilience of the natural and the supernatural, forever bound by the enduring power of those who dared to confront the mysteries that dwelled within the heart of the woods. Nestled in the heart of rural tranquility, the Anderson farm stood as a solitary sentinel against the vast expanse of fields and forests. The isolated homestead, weathered and worn by years of agricultural toil, bore witness to secrets that lurked beneath the facade of pastoral serenity. As autumn descended upon the farm, the whispering fields rustled with an eerie symphony. The crops, swaying in the cool breeze, seemed to murmur tales of forgotten rituals and the shadows that danced beneath the moonlit harvest. The Andersons, a family bound to the land for generations, brushed off the unsettling whispers, attributing them to the whims of the rural winds. With the arrival of the harvest moon, the atmosphere on the farm shifted. The night sky, bathed in ethereal glow, cast elongated shadows that stretched across the fields. The livestock, usually docile, stirred with restlessness as if attuned to an unseen presence. The Andersons, their faces etched with concern, began to notice the subtle changes in the air that hinted at a growing malevolence. Amidst the fields, The scarecrows that once stood as silent sentinels took on an ominous aura. Their straw-stuffed forms, eerily lifelike beneath the moon's silver embrace, seemed to move with an otherworldly grace. The Andersons, unsettled by the haunting scarecrows, debated whether the spectral dance was a trick of the moonlight or a manifestation of something more sinister. As the Andersons commenced the harvest, an inexplicable gloom settled over the farm. The crops, once abundant, withered and rotted on the vines. Livestock, now plagued by mysterious ailments, exhibited signs of distress. The family patriarch, William Anderson, felt the weight of a curse that transcended the boundaries of the tangible, sensing an ancient malevolence that tainted the very soul of the farm. Driven by a sense of foreboding, William delved into the farm's history. He unearthed relics and artifacts that hinted at a bygone era when the land was entangled in a web of superstitions and forbidden rituals. The relics, adorned with symbols that seemed to pulse with an eldritch energy, spoke of a pact forged in desperation and the shadows that clung to the Anderson farm. In the depths of the family archives, William uncovered the tale of an eldritch covenant made by his ancestors in exchange for bountiful harvests. The pact, sealed in blood and whispered incantations, bound the Andersons to an otherworldly force that demanded a sinister toll. William, now burdened with the weight of ancestral sins, sought a way to break the eldritch covenant that ensnared the farm. Guided by the relics and the ancient texts that detailed forbidden rituals, William confronted the dark reality of the eldritch covenant. The rituals, entwined with the very fabric of the farm, required a delicate balance between appeasement and rebellion. The Andersons, now aware of the malevolent forces that gripped their homestead, faced the harrowing challenge of breaking free from the curse cycle that spanned generations. As the family delved into the forbidden rituals, shadows rose from the depths of the farm. The eldritch energy, once dormant, manifested in spectral forms that prowled the fields under the harvest moon's glow. The Andersons, their resolve tested by the rising shadows, grappled with the unnerving reality that breaking the eldritch covenant might unleash forces beyond their control. With the approach of a lunar convergence, a celestial alignment that heightened the eldritch energy, the Andersons braced themselves for a final confrontation with the shadows that lurked in the fields. The harvest moon, now a harbinger of both malevolence and liberation, cast an otherworldly glow that illuminated the farm in an eerie luminescence. In the heart of the lunar convergence, the farm became an eldritch nexus, a convergence point where the ancestral pact and forbidden rituals intersected. The shadows, now corporeal entities with eyes that seemed to reflect the abyss, gathered in a spectral dance that echoed through the haunted fields. The Andersons, armed with the knowledge of the rituals, prepared for a desperate struggle against the eldritch forces. In the aftermath of the lunar redemption, the farm retained traces of the celestial nexus. The Andersons, their faces etched with a mixture of relief and awe, stood amidst the fields that had witnessed the cosmic struggle. The eldritch covenant, now broken by the celestial intervention, left the farm in a state of eerie serenity, an echo of the celestial nexus that had defined the lunar redemption. As the Andersons embraced the farm's newfound serenity, they faced the legacy of the harvest ordeal. The whispers that once haunted the fields now faded into distant echoes, and the relics that once bore the weight of ancestral sins became symbols of redemption. The farm, forever changed by the lunar redemption, stood as a testament to the enduring resilience of mortal spirits against eldritch forces. In the quiet aftermath of the lunar redemption, the Andersons contended with the celestial aftershocks that resonated through the farm. The celestial energies, now woven into the very fabric of the land, hinted at a delicate balance that required vigilance. The family, forever marked by the harvest's legacy, faced an uncertain future where the celestial aftershocks whispered of cosmic forces that lingered in the shadows. Despite the serenity that descended upon the farm, haunting echoes persisted in the lingering shadows. The Andersons, their eyes reflecting the lunar redemption's enduring impact, acknowledged that the eldritch energies might linger in the fields. The celestial nexus, now a cosmic memory etched into the farm's history, hinted at a future where the haunting echoes of the harvest's legacy might resurface. As the Andersons stood at the celestial crossroads of their farm's destiny, they contemplated the fragile harmony achieved through the lunar redemption. The celestial energies, now a subtle undercurrent in the rural landscape, suggested that the eldritch forces might test the boundaries of the celestial crossroads. The farm, forever entwined with the cosmic dance between mortal defiance and celestial intervention, faced an uncertain horizon where the shadows of the past lingered in the moonlit embrace. In the moonlit reverberations of the farm, the Andersons sensed an intricate dance between mortal and celestial forces. The lunar redemption, a chapter in the farm's history, echoed through the fields as a celestial hymn. The haunting echoes, though softened by the celestial energies, hinted at a cosmic narrative that transcended the boundaries of time. As the Andersons embarked on a celestial journey, the farm stood as a cosmic waypoint where the mortal and supernatural realms converge. The lunar redemption's legacy, now a celestial narrative etched into the very soil, guided the family through an odyssey where the boundaries between earthly and ethereal forces blurred. The farm, forever caught in the cosmic dance, faced a celestial journey where the lunar reverberations whispered secrets of an enduring balance that transcended the confines of the terrestrial realm. The Andersons, attuned to the celestial energies lingering on their farm, grappled with the celestial enigma that unfolded. Strange phenomena manifested. Sudden shifts in temperature, ethereal glows beneath the harvest moon, and whispers carried on celestial breezes. The family, now custodians of the celestial narrative, sought to unravel the mysteries that transcended the mortal understanding of their rural haven. In the heart of the farm, the Andersons discovered an astral confluence, a convergence point where the celestial energies met earthly currents. The astral confluence pulsed with a cosmic rhythm, and the family, drawn into its ethereal embrace, glimpsed glimpses of astral threads that wove through the very fabric of the land. The farm, now a nexus of astral forces, beckoned the Andersons to explore the astral confluence and navigate the cosmic currents that shaped their destiny. As the Andersons delved deeper into the astral confluence, they encountered ethereal echoes, resonances of celestial forces and ancestral spirits that lingered in the cosmic tapestry. The farm's history, now interwoven with astral threads, whispered tales of timeless struggles and celestial interventions. The family, guided by the ethereal echoes, ventured into the unseen realms where the boundaries between mortal and supernatural forces blurred. Within the astral confluence, the Andersons encountered celestial guardians, beings of luminous energy who watched over the farm's destiny. The guardians, their eyes aglow with cosmic wisdom, spoke of an intricate dance between mortal will and celestial design. The family, now entrusted with the secrets of the astral confluence, faced the daunting responsibility of navigating the ethereal realms where the celestial guardians guided them through the cosmic currents that shaped their rural sanctuary. Guided by the celestial guardians, the Andersons received an astral revelation that unveiled the enigmatic connection between the farm and the astral realms. The celestial energies, now a pulsating force within the astral confluence, revealed astral threads that linked the family to the cosmic forces at play. The farm, bathed in the ethereal glow of the astral revelation, became a locus of celestial influence where the Andersons confronted the astral currents that dictated their destiny. In the astral realms, the Andersons engaged in an ethereal dance, a cosmic choreography where mortal and celestial forces entwined. The farm, now a stage for the celestial dance, resonated with the pulsating energies of the astral confluence. The family, caught in the cosmic currents, witnessed the ethereal dance of astral threads that wove through the very essence of their rural sanctuary. As the ethereal dance reached its crescendo, the Andersons sensed the celestial harmonics that harmonized with the farm's destiny. The astral threads, now vibrating in celestial resonance, created a symphony of cosmic energies that echoed through the fields. The family, attuned to the celestial harmonics, felt the subtle vibrations of the astral confluence shaping their rural haven into a nexus where earthly and celestial forces converged. With the celestial harmonics in full sway, the farm underwent an astral resurgence, a resurgence of energies that redefined the very nature of the land. Crops flourished with celestial vitality, and livestock thrived under the benevolent influence of astral currents. The Andersons, now witnesses to the astral resurgence, marveled at the transformation that unfolded in their rural sanctuary. In the wake of the astral resurgence, the farm became a celestial nexus redux, a renewed convergence point where the boundaries between earthly and celestial forces blurred. The Andersons, now stewards of the celestial narrative, navigated the astral confluence with a profound understanding of the cosmic currents that shaped their rural haven. The celestial nexus, though transformed, retained echoes of the astral revelation that had unfolded. As the Andersons contemplated the astral resurgence, they sensed the continuum of the lunar legacy, the enduring connection between the farm's earthly existence and celestial forces. The lunar legacy's continuum, now etched into the very soil of their rural sanctuary, hinted at a future where the astral currents would guide the family through the timeless dance between mortal and celestial realms. In the moonlit embrace of their farm, the Andersons experienced ethereal reflections, subtle glimpses of celestial energies that mirrored their earthly existence. The astral confluence, now a mirror reflecting the interplay of mortal and celestial forces, revealed the delicate balance that defined the family's rural haven. The ethereal reflections, though ephemeral, hinted at the enduring symbiosis between the farm and the astral realms. The Andersons embarked on a celestial odyssey, a journey through the astral confluence where the boundaries between mortal and celestial forces dissolved. The lunar legacy, now a guiding force in their celestial odyssey, whispered secrets of astral threads that intertwined with the family's history. The farm, forever caught in the cosmic dance, faced a celestial odyssey where the Andersons navigated the ethereal realms with a newfound understanding of the lunar legacy's enduring continuum. As the Andersons ventured deeper into the astral confluence, they encountered astral tribulations, challenges that tested their understanding of the celestial forces at play. Shadows from the astral realms, remnants of the eldritch energies that once plagued the farm, sought to disrupt the delicate balance achieved through the astral resurgence. The family, now seasoned custodians of the celestial narrative, faced astral tribulations that echoed the enduring struggle between mortal defiance and celestial intervention. In the heart of the astral tribulations, the Andersons confronted a celestial paradox, a convergence of astral forces that challenged the very fabric of their rural sanctuary. The celestial energies, now a swirling vortex of ethereal currents, created a paradox where mortal choices intertwined with celestial design. The family, standing at the precipice of the celestial paradox, grappled with the intricate dance between earthly will and astral currents. As the celestial paradox reached its zenith, the Andersons sought to restore the ethereal balance that defined their rural haven. The astral confluence, now a maelstrom of celestial energies, demanded a delicate dance where mortal choices resonated with the astral currents. The family, guided by the lunar legacy's continuum, endeavored to navigate the celestial paradox and restore the ethereal balance that bound their farm to the cosmic forces at play. In the aftermath of the celestial paradox, the Andersons worked to achieve an astral reconciliation, a harmonious coexistence between mortal and celestial forces. The astral confluence, though turbulent, yielded to the family's efforts to restore equilibrium. The farm, bathed in the soft glow of celestial energies, became a testament to the astral reconciliation that unfolded in the wake of the celestial paradox. As the Andersons stood amidst the celestial tapestry woven by their efforts, they marveled at the intricate dance between mortal and celestial forces. The astral confluence, now a luminous canvas painted with ethereal hues, depicted the family's journey through the cosmic currents. The celestial tapestry, though ever-changing, hinted at the enduring legacy of the lunar continuum that shaped the farm's destiny. In the quietude of their farm, The Andersons observed lunar reflections, subtle echoes of celestial energies that mirrored the lunar legacy's enduring continuum. The astral confluence, now a reflective pool of cosmic currents, revealed the lunar reflections that whispered of a timeless connection between earthly existence and celestial design. The family, forever changed by their celestial odyssey, faced the lunar reflections with a sense of awe and reverence for the enduring forces that shaped their rural sanctuary. Guided by the celestial guardians, the Andersons embraced their role as stewards of the astral confluence. The lunar legacy's continuum, now a celestial narrative etched into the very essence of the farm, entrusted the family with the task of preserving the delicate balance between mortal and celestial realms. The ethereal guardianship redux, a renewed commitment to navigating the cosmic dance, marked a new chapter in the Andersons' journey through the astral confluence. As the Andersons delved deeper into their celestial guardianship, they felt the celestial resonance that pulsed through the farm. The astral confluence, now resonating with ethereal vibrations, hinted at a cosmic symphony where mortal choices harmonized with celestial design. The family, attuned to the celestial resonance, faced the challenges and revelations that unfolded in the luminescent embrace of their rural sanctuary. In the moonlit expanse of their farm, the Andersons became participants in a lunar symphony, a celestial composition where astral threads and earthly existence converge. The astral confluence, now a stage for the lunar symphony, echoed with the melodic resonance of celestial forces. The family, forever caught in the ethereal currents, embraced the lunar symphony as a testament to the enduring legacy of the lunar continuum that shaped their rural haven. As the lunar symphony reached its zenith, the Andersons embarked on a celestial odyssey redux, a renewed journey through the astral confluence where the boundaries between mortal and celestial forces dissolved. The lunar legacy, now a guiding force in their celestial odyssey, whispered secrets of astral threads that intertwined with the family's history. The farm, forever caught in the cosmic dance, faced a celestial odyssey redux where the Andersons navigated the ethereal realms with a newfound understanding of the lunar legacy's enduring continuum. In the celestial epilogue, the Andersons embraced their celestial odyssey's culmination. The lunar legacy's continuum, now woven into the very fabric of their rural sanctuary, hinted at a future where astral threads and earthly existence would forever dance in harmony. The ethereal epilogue, though concluding the family's celestial journey, marked the beginning of a timeless narrative where the lunar symphony echoed through the fields, whispering secrets of celestial forces that endured beyond the mortal understanding. In the small town of Greenwood, nestled between ancient woods and fog-shrouded hills, an old cemetery stood as a silent guardian of the past. Legends whispered among the locals spoke of restless spirits and mysterious occurrences that unfolded under the moonlit canopy of gravestones. A group of friends, drawn by both curiosity and a touch of defiance, decided to spend a night in Greenwood Cemetery, setting the stage for a chilling encounter with the supernatural. The cemetery, surrounded by an iron gate adorned with twisted vines, exuded an air of solemnity as the friends approached under the cloak of darkness. The moon cast an ethereal glow on the weathered tombstones that jutted out from the ground like silent sentinels, each bearing the weight of untold stories. As the friends stepped through the creaking gate, a chill settled in the air. The gravel path meandered through rows of tombstones, each one whispering tales of lives long gone. The wind carried faint echoes, as if the cemetery itself were trying to communicate with the living intruders. The friends, armed with flashlights and nervous laughter, approached an old mausoleum that loomed in the heart of the cemetery. Its stone walls bore the scars of time, and the heavy doors seemed to invite them into a realm where the boundary between the living and the dead blurred. As the group entered the mausoleum, the air inside grew heavy with a sense of unease. Shadows danced on the walls, and the echo of footsteps seemed to resonate in the enclosed space. The friends exchanged uneasy glances, realizing that the cemetery's silence held secrets that transcended the realm of the living. In the dim light, the friends discovered a hidden chamber beneath the mausoleum, its entrance concealed behind a cobweb-laden curtain. The air inside the chamber felt stagnant, and the walls seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. As the friends cautiously entered, the curtain fell back into place with an almost ghostly grace. The chamber, adorned with ancient symbols and faded murals, hinted at a forgotten ritual that had once taken place in the heart of the cemetery. The friends, now enveloped in an unsettling quiet, could feel the weight of unseen eyes watching their every move. A sudden gust of wind extinguished their flashlights, plunging the chamber into darkness. Whispers, indistinct at first, surrounded the friends. The walls seemed to close in, and the air grew thick with a spectral presence that defied the laws of the natural world. As the friends fumbled to relight their flashlights, the whispers intensified. Words, once fragments of sentences, formed a spectral chorus that reverberated through the chamber. The friends, now held in the grip of an unseen force, listened as the voices recounted tales of love, loss, and the lingering regrets of those who rested beneath the tombstones. In the darkness, shadows coalesced into ghostly figures that moved with an otherworldly grace. The friends, paralyzed by a supernatural force, watched as the apparitions reenacted moments from their past lives, their translucent forms a haunting echo of the emotions that had once defined them. The atmosphere in the chamber shifted, and the friends felt a profound connection to the spectral energies that surrounded them. Unseen hands reached out, brushing against their skin with a chilling touch. The whispers, now a symphony of the afterlife, spoke of the bonds that tied the living and the dead in an eternal dance. Suddenly, the chamber's walls seemed to bleed with an ethereal light. Symbols etched into the stone glowed with an otherworldly energy, casting elongated shadows that danced with spectral grace. The friends, caught in the midst of the supernatural maelstrom, became witnesses to a cosmic ballet that transcended the boundaries of time and space. In the midst of the spectral dance, the friends felt a surge of emotions, echoes of love, sorrow, and unresolved grief. The chamber became a vessel for the collective energy of the cemetery's inhabitants, their stories interwoven with the very fabric of the supernatural. The friends, now overcome by the weight of the spectral energy, found themselves transported to different periods of the cemetery's history. They'd witnessed moments of joy, heartache, and the lingering pain that bound the souls to the hallowed ground. The tombstones, once silent markers of the departed, became portals to a realm where the living and the dead coexisted. As the friends traversed through the cemetery's past, they encountered a figure draped in tattered garments. The spectral entity, its eyes gleaming with a timeless wisdom, revealed itself as the guardian of Greenwood Cemetery. With a mournful gaze, the guardian spoke of the ancient pact that bound the spirits to the cemetery, and the unintended consequences of disturbing the delicate balance between the worlds. The guardian, aware of the friends' intrusion, offered them a choice: to embrace the supernatural energies that permeated the cemetery, or to face the consequences of disrupting the eternal rest of the departed. The friends, now humbled by the profound experience, hesitated as the weight of their decision hung in the air. A sudden chill swept through the chamber, and the friends felt a surge of energy that connected them to the cemetery's ethereal realm. The guardian's eyes glowed with a transcendent light, urging the friends to choose wisely and understand the delicate dance between the living and the dead. The friends, now attuned to the supernatural energies that surrounded them, made a collective decision to honor the ancient pact and embrace the cemetery's mystical embrace. The chamber resonated with approval, and the guardian's gaze softened with a sense of gratitude. In that moment, the friends felt a surge of energy coursing through their veins. They became vessels for the cemetery's stories, their connection to the afterlife deepening as they merged with the spectral energies that bound the living and the dead in a timeless dance. As the friends stepped out of the chamber, the cemetery's atmosphere had transformed. The tombstones, once silent sentinels, now radiated with an otherworldly glow. The whispers, now a comforting melody, echoed through the graveyard, recounting tales of lives well lived and the eternal connection that bound the living to the sacred ground. The friends, now transformed by their encounter with the supernatural, became guardians of Greenwood Cemetery. They embraced their role as conduits between the living and the dead, ensuring that the delicate balance remained undisturbed. The cemetery, once a source of fear, became a sanctuary where the veil between worlds thinned, allowing the living to commune with the departed. News of the friends' transformative experience spread through Greenwood, and the town embraced its haunted cemetery as a source of spiritual connection. Locals, once wary of the graveyard's spectral reputation, now visited the cemetery with a sense of reverence, seeking solace in the ethereal energy that lingered among the tombstones. One fog-laden night, a group of travelers arrived in Greenwood, drawn by the tales of the cemetery's newfound spiritual energy. Unaware of the friends' encounter, they ventured into the graveyard with a mixture of curiosity and trepidation, their flashlights cutting through the misty air. As the travelers stepped through the iron gate, the cemetery's atmosphere seemed to embrace them with a welcoming presence. The tombstones, aglow with an otherworldly light, whispered tales of the ancient pact that bound the living and the dead in a spectral dance. The friends, now guardians of the cemetery's mystical legacy, watched over the newcomers with a sense of duty. And so, Greenwood Cemetery stood as a testament to the delicate balance between the living and the dead. The friends, forever changed by their night in the graveyard, became stewards of the supernatural realm, ensuring that the ancient pact was honored and the ethereal dance continued in harmony. Years passed, and the town of Greenwood thrived with a newfound sense of spiritual connection. The cemetery, once a source of fear, became a place of pilgrimage for those seeking solace and communion with the afterlife. The friends, now revered as guardians of Greenwood Cemetery, carried the weight of the town's haunted legacy with a sense of pride and responsibility. One autumn evening, as the leaves rustled in the breeze, a lone traveler arrived in Greenwood. Drawn by the whispers of a haunted cemetery, they entered the graveyard with a sense of awe and trepidation. The friends, ever watchful from the shadows, sensed the newcomer's presence and prepared for another chapter in Greenwood's spectral tapestry. The traveler, guided by an unseen force, approached a particularly ancient tombstone. The whispers in the air grew more pronounced, and the cemetery seemed to come alive with a mystical energy. The friends, their ethereal connection to the afterlife intact, watched as the traveler communed with the spirits that lingered among the tombstones. As the traveler traced the weathered inscriptions on the tombstone, a sudden gust of wind carried with it a ghostly whisper. The friends, now invisible observers in the spectral realm, recognized the voice of a long-forgotten soul, revealing tales of love and loss that echoed through the ages. The traveler, touched by the ethereal energy, felt a profound connection to the spirits that inhabited Greenwood Cemetery. The tombstones, aglow with an otherworldly light, shared their stories, creating a tapestry of lives intertwined with the very fabric of the graveyard's haunted history. The friends, their duty as guardians undiminished, watched as the traveler emerged from the cemetery with a sense of enlightenment. The town of Greenwood, forever steeped in supernatural lore, continued its dance with the afterlife, embracing the living and the dead in a timeless symbiosis. And so, the legend of Greenwood Cemetery persisted, its haunted tapestry woven with the threads of countless lives and the guardianship of those bound by the ethereal connection between the living and the dead. The town, now a beacon of spiritual harmony, stood as a testament to the enduring power of the supernatural realm that lingered among the tombstones. On moonlit nights, as the fog rolled in from the hills, Greenwood Cemetery continued to beckon those who sought communion with the afterlife. The whispers among the tombstones, once a source of fear, became a comforting melody that echoed through the graveyard, carrying tales of love, loss, and the eternal dance between the living and the dead. The guardian spirits, their presence ever felt in the cemetery, watched over Greenwood with a sense of benevolence. The ancient pact, honored by the guardians and the town alike, ensured that the spectral energies that permeated the graveyard remained a source of spiritual connection rather than fear. As generations passed, the stories of Greenwood Cemetery became woven into the town's folklore, passed down from one generation to the next. Locals spoke of the transformative power of the graveyard, where the living and the dead coexisted in a delicate balance, creating a tapestry of spectral harmony. And so, on quiet nights when the moon hung low in the sky, Greenwood Cemetery whispered tales of its haunted past to those who dared to listen. The friends, forever guardians of the spectral realm, watched over the town with a sense of pride, knowing that the ethereal dance between the living and the dead would endure for generations to come.